Hello, my name is Nate. Welcome to my art channel. I'm doing something fun tonight, something that I'm teaching at the next Fluid Art Experience Conference, which is in Asheville, North Carolina, this May 23 to 25. I'm teaching two classes there. One of them is a palette knife skills class, which is going to be a lot of fun. And the other one is the flick and spin. And of course, I saw this first on Anuka Fluid Art Designs channel, and I immediately fell in love with it. And I think I've done 11 or 12 of them on my channel. And oh, it's just starting to rain, fun. I think she said that she first initially saw it by watching Callan Schaub do something similar on his Instagram channel. And lots of other artists have done it. And the reason I wanted to teach this class is because once you learn the basics of the flick and spin part, it's really transferable to lots of other styles, and you can create your own style with this technique. I've seen Shelly Anderson do flick and spins using cell activator. She gets amazing cells and lacing. Fiona's Creative Canvas does a big swipe and then does the flick and spin on top of it. Harmony House Art does them on Dutch pours. Just Janice does them from a launch pad. She does the flicks from a launch pad and then spins it out. I've done it on a ring pour, on a straight pour, on a split color base. There's so many ways to customize this to your own personal taste. I think it's gonna be a really fun class. Everybody's is gonna come out completely different. So let me walk you through my colors, and then we'll get started. So tonight, I'm gonna do something I haven't done before. I'm going to do a flick and spin on top of an open cup. And so what I'm hoping is going to happen is, with my open cup, I'm going to get lots of cells. There's no silicone in my paints, but I am going to hopefully get my background with lots of cells and then do the flick and spin on top of it, and hopefully it'll kind of look like a flower with magic happening or something. Or stars, I don't know, we'll see. So my colors, my base coat color is Prussian blue from Amsterdam, and I've mixed all of my paints fairly thick. My friend Brian from Studio 15 Acrylics, he and I talked about the consistency, because I've always done open cups with a thinner consistency, but his are beautiful and he does them with a thicker consistency. So I think you can see using this ultramarine violet from Amsterdam that my paints leave a mound on a mound when they're drizzled off of my stir stick. I could do a ring pour with this, but this would be a great consistency for a flip cup. So I've got Amsterdam ultramarine violet light, and then I've got Persian rose from Amsterdam. I have some titanium white from Amsterdam also. I'm just checking my consistencies as I go, because these were mixed up a couple of hours ago. And this is DecoArt Dazzling Metallics Teal, which I think is a really fun color. And then I have some 24 karat gold from DecoArt Extreme Sheen. So all of these paints are mixed to the same consistency, and then I've reserved a little bit of the base coat color off to the side because I might use it when I do the flick and spin also. So these colors will be my flick and spin, and these two colors, the two metallics, are what I'm going to use for the open cup part. I may use that in the flick and spin too, just to unify the whole thing. We will see. I'm just going to play and see how it goes. So we're going to start by putting down a little puddle of my base coat right here in the center. And while that's still thick, I'm going to place my cup right down in there, because that little lip from the cup, I just took a little plastic cup and cut the top of it off, but they all have a little rim like that, and I want that rim to be underneath the paint, because as the paints come in through here and come out, I want them to travel from underneath this paint. That's why I'm using the gold and the teal metallics, because those are reliable cell makers. So Now that that's in there, there's still plenty of paint underneath. I'm gonna go ahead and start. And rather than letting this cup kind of float all over the place, I'm gonna hold it in place like this. And I'm gonna pour from up high so that these paints really churn together a little bit. So starting here and pulling way up here and letting those churn together. Fill that up, and then we'll release. Won't see anything right away. Give it a little while for that to bubble up. I'm gonna put a little more of this around the outside edge so it has plenty of space to travel. There we go. I can see some cells already happening. So I'm gonna put a little bit more of the base coat color in the center here. And then we're gonna go back in, pouring from up high with the gold. And then pouring up high with the teal, metallic teal. Ooh, those colors are blending beautifully. And now we're gonna release it. Oh yeah, this is gonna be cool. I think I'll do at least one more of those. Yeah, let's do that. So let's put some more of the base coat color in. Some more of the gold pouring from up high. Ooh, that filled it right up. Don't need any more of the blue, light blue or teal anymore, I guess. So let's release that. Put that off to the side. We'll let that percolate for a moment. Pop some bubbles that'll encourage some more cells to come up too. Ooh, this is looking nice. I might end up with something that looks very spacey. That'll be fun. Put some paint here on the corners. And then we'll just put enough on the rest of the canvas. I have already painted my sides and edges because this base coat color is transparent and we don't want the white to show through when it travels over the edge. Since these are fluid paints, they do tend to show the canvas if it's a transparent color. I'm giving this paint lots of time to bubble up and do its magic. So I'm procrastinating a little bit. And putting down the rest of my base coat flow extender here. I'm not gonna worry too much about the sides. I'm gonna try and get them a little bit wet before I spin. But I also want some of those air bubbles to pop. So we're just gonna let that sit for a moment.
Close your eyes, hear the voice within calling. This heavy load got under your skin, howling. myself down. Why? Well, there ain't much time left to figure things out. Deep underneath all the laser, your doubts, there's a heart gone out of rhythm in despair. Hell underwater, fine for air. Breathe in, breathe out. Hey, come alive. Breathe in, breathe out. Look at the colors, colors, colors around, You got the white knuckles holding on it tight, keeping your feels bottled up inside. Heading for collision in the night. To really live, you gotta die. Breathe in, breathe out. Hey, come alive. Breathe in, breathe out. Look at the colors, colors, colors around. Look at the colors, colors, colors around. Look at the colors, colors, colors around. Look at the colors, colors, colors around.
So here is the wet result. I think this is my most successful open cup pour ever. It turned out really cool. I love how this looks, and the flick and spin on top of it is super cool. I love it. So let me take you in first and show you these details. Spinning the cells out, especially as fast as I was spinning, kind of warps the cells just a little bit, but look at these big, huge boulder cells. I got multicolored cells. That's really cool. I love it. And almost like a haziness there where the gold is blending with the Prussian blue. Look at that little spiral right there where it spun out from the flick and spin. Yes, I love the outside edge. Much more spacey than I was imagining. I love it though. And then the flick and spin in the center. This is one of the things I like to do. I like to do layers on my flick and spin. I know Anuka, hers are very minimal. She does a negative space that is one color, and then she does one big puddle and she flicks it out and then spins it out, and they're beautiful. I like a little more complication in mine. I like a little bit of chaos amongst all of the structure. So I like to do a medium-sized puddle, flick it out, and then do another one. And I think it works really well. I love all of the layers of that. I love when see this big cell right here? That's from an air bubble. From when I flicked it, the air bubble popped and you see the paint from underneath. I love it when that happens. Yeah, this is super cool. Look at that one big long string coming out there. There's a really good one here too, very twisty and turny. I love these little unicorn horns. And the splatters. Look at this one, that's a fun one there too. And look at that little spiral. I love the way it wraps around itself. Really cool. So yeah, this is a super fun technique, and everybody can come up with their own style on this. I think it's gonna be a fantastic class. So you still have about, we're only like 3.5 months away from the conference. So if you've been thinking about registering, now's the time to get into gear, because the classes are filling up. There is a hotel room block. It's on the website, fluidartexperience.com. And you should go check it out. Come paint with me in beautiful Asheville, North Carolina. There's lots of other artists and lots of other classes to take. And it's just going to be a lot of fun. So I hope you join us. And I hope you go mix up some paint and be fearless.